Too much clutter.
Greetings.
What can I? Let's deal. Have a good day.
Welcome to this introduction video for AffixAppraiser, a Path of Exile 2 companion tool that turns raw item text into clear, ranked insights. The purpose of this tool is to help players evaluate items faster. AffixAppraiser has 2 windows, the Appraisal Window and the Settings Window. We'll start with the Appraisal Window and show the Settings Window next. The Appraisal Window can be opened in 2 ways, through the system tray icon in the taskbar, or by using the Appraise Item shortcut. The Appraisal window displays the results of your item appraisals. On the left is your appraised items list, organized by day. Each card shows the item's name, base type, how many prefixes and suffixes it has, its item class, item level, a letter grade for rarity, and the affix quality score. On the right, the header displays the same item information as the item cards, plus the rank of the quality score. Below that are the item's prefixes and suffixes, shown separately. At the top of each block, you'll see 2 quick guides. Rarity range. The smallest percentage is the chance to roll the rarest possible tier, and the largest percentage is the chance to roll the most common tier. Quality. The average roll quality across this block. For each affix, we see which tier was rolled, how many tiers were available to be rolled, and in brackets, the total number of tiers for that affix. Affix Appraisal takes the item level into consideration and determines the actual maximum tier that an item can roll for each affix. After that, we have the value that was rolled. This value can be adjusted to see what the score would have been if the roll within that tier had been different. Next, we see the range of the tier, the stat it provides, and finally, the chance to roll that tier, along with the quality score for this tier and rolled value. If we scroll further down, we'll see the All Prefixes and All Suffixes sections. These sections show all the possible affixes and the tiers that this item can roll. For each affix, we can see its name, how many tiers it has, the maximum item level required for its highest tier, the total weight all tiers, and the relative chance of rolling a tier of that affix. Each affix can be clicked to reveal its tiers. Here, we see for each tier the range of the stat it provides, the tier level, the item level required to roll it, the weight, and the percentage chance of rolling that tier. When a tier appears darker than the others, it means the item does not meet the item level requirement to roll that tier. Affix Appraiser also highlights the affixes that have been rolled on the item. The rolled affix and its tier are marked with a colored indicator at the beginning of the row. Now, let's take a look at the Settings window. This window can also be opened in 2 ways, through the System Tray icon in the taskbar or by clicking the Settings button in the Appraisal window. The Settings window has 3 tabs. In the General tab, you can change the shortcut for closing the Appraisal and Settings windows. Enter your access token in the provided text field. Select different resolution options, and open the Resources folder using the button at the bottom. This folder contains the application settings and the daily list of appraised items. In the Item Appraisal tab, you can change the shortcut for the Appraise Item function. The Stash Scan tab allows you to change the scan shortcut for scanning 1212 and 24x24 stash tabs. It also provides an option to update the scan parameters. These parameters will be explained in more detail in the next segment of this video. AffixAppraiser has 4 shortcuts: Close Window, Appraise Item, Scan Stash 12x12, and Scan Stash 24x24. The default shortcuts are as follows. To appraise an item, press Shift+E. To close either the Appraisal or Settings window, press Shift+Q. To scan a 12x12 stash tab, press Shift plus R. To scan a 24 by 24 stash tab, press Shift plus F. After the scan is completed or stopped, AffixAppraisal will automatically appraise the collected items. In the Settings window, under the Stash Scan tab, you'll find several options that control how scanning works. Cell size determines the size of the cells in the Stash tab. This number doesn't need to be perfectly accurate, but it should be close. Otherwise, small errors will accumulate during the scan, causing the mouse movement to become misaligned. Fortunately, the right cell size can be found by doing the following. Add a short pause during mouse movement. This allows you to check whether the cursor moves to the correct position for the next cell. If it's off, simply adjust the cell size until the movement aligns properly, as shown in the video. Stash X position and Stash Y position display the on-screen location of the first cell that the app will attempt to scan. These values are for reference and don't need to be changed manually. If the Use Stored Position option is not checked, AffixAppraiser will record the mouse location at the start of each scan and update the Stash X and Y positions automatically. For your first scan, you can leave Use Stored Position unchecked. Move the mouse to the center of the first cell in your Stash tab or inventory, then start a scan using the Stash Scan shortcut. You can cancel the scan by pressing Escape. The position of that cell will then be saved as the new Stash X and Y position. If you now check Use Stored Position, all future scans will start from that saved location, and you won't need to manually position the mouse each time. To download and install AffixAppraiser, follow these steps. Navigate to AffixAppraiser.com. Register for an account. Log in to your account. Download the installer. Once the installer is downloaded, run it to begin installation. At this stage, you may see a Windows Smart Screen warning. This happens because we have not yet purchased a code signing certificate. To proceed with the installation, click More Info, then select Run Anyway. This will start the installation process normally. After installation, you'll need an active license or start a trial. To do this, visit AffixAppraiser.com and either purchase a license or choose the trial option to test the app. Next, go to the Access Tokens section on the website. Copy your token and paste it into the Access Token field under the General tab in the Settings window. Once that's done, you're ready to go. AffixAppraiser is now fully set up and ready to use. We built AffixAppraiser to make evaluating items faster and smarter. If it helps you play smoother or theorycraft better, that's mission accomplished. The app's still growing, feedback's always welcome. Thanks for checking it out.